Hi, I'm Mary Beth Temple, and if you're anything like me, you like the look of bobbles, but you hate knitting them. Oh my goodness, that knitting back and forth on 3 or 5 stitches or whatever, just to get that little texture, I don't love it. I do love putting them in with a crochet hook, and I'm going to show you how. So I'm knitting up to the stitch where I want to have my bobble, and I'm getting a crochet hook. The gauge doesn't matter a whole lot. I want something that is appropriate for the yarn. I don't want to be struggling. So this is a 6.5 millimeter or a USK hook on a chunky yarn. So my working yarn is over here on my right needle. I'm going to put my hook into the next stitch on the left needle because I want to make sure it doesn't drop. But now I can pop it off because the hook is holding it in place. And I'm going to slide those stitches back so I don't lose them. Now there are a million different ways to do bobbles. Here's one that I would like to show you. So we're going to yarn over and bring the work through the knit stitch. So now everything's all nice and secure. We're going to chain 3. So we're bringing the yarn over from back to front and bringing it through. That's 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to do a double crochet 2 together in the same spot. So to do that, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in that same knit stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. Now I have 2 loops on my hook and I'm going to leave them there. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in that same stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop, yarn over and draw through 2. Now I have 3 loops on my hook. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to yarn over and draw through all 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to take that working loop and put it back on my left hand needle with the right leg facing forward. And my yarn's already right there. I'm going to knit it. So there is my little crochet bobble, and look at that, I got all kinds of texture going on. Now you can make these bigger by, instead of double crocheting 2 together, you can double crochet 4 together or 3 together if that's what you want. But let me show you one more time. Grab my crochet hook, insert it into the first stitch on the left hand needle, pop it off and pull that needle up so nobody makes a run for it. I'm going to take my working yarn, which is on my right hand needle because that's the last stitch that I knit, and I'm going to bring it through the knit stitch. Now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and double crochet 2 together. There's the first half, there's the second half, and then at the end, yarn over, draw through all 3. Pop that stitch back onto the left hand needle with the right leg facing forward. Knit the stitch. The working yarn's already right there. And then keep knitting the rest of the row. When I'm making my return row, it's going to close up. There's a little gap here before the bobble stitch every time there is a bobble stitch. So when I make my return row, I'm just knitting all the way across, and that's going to close up any gaps that may have happened. Let's see if I can show you one. So right here, that's the top of the bobble. That's a pretty big gap. But when I just finish the row, that's going to close itself up. And there we have it, the world's fastest bobble on a knitting project using a crochet hook.